guys, welcome back to the channel. So as you can tell from the title, I did a Poundland TKMaxx to come shop with me. I didn't get as much as I wanted to, unfortunately. There wasn't as much as I've seen from other stores, but I did go to quite small stores, and for Poundland I think it is pretty early. So I will definitely be going back in the next few weeks just to see if anything else has changed or anything new's come in. As you all know, with TKMaxx, you kind of have to go in pretty early to make sure you get all the stuff, but I don't think this was the case. I think I was potentially too early to go to some of the smaller stores. So I will now insert the footage of me perusing around. It will be a voiceover just because it was quite busy because I went on a Saturday. As I said, wasn't the biggest amount, but I'll show you things I thought were interesting. I did only buy 2 things, so I will also show you them at the end of the video. So let's get into it. So here we had some really cute heart dip bowls. They also had the plates, which they have every year. You'll see them. They had a nice tea set. They had cute little baking things, so if you wanted to bake stuff, you can. Napkins, of course. And then they had some pretty flower and bouquets, which I thought reminded me quite a lot of Mother's Day as well as Valentine's Day, so that's always a good option. Plenty of cards to pick from. And then they had some love tokens as well, which I think was a really cute idea. And they also had an apology pad, which again was really cute. Cute little just glass walled glass. Then they had all of their sweets and treats. I think some of this is probably left over from Christmas, but you know, who cares? And they also had love heart marshmallows. And then you have some pampery bits, so some bath bombs, fizzers, rose petals, some cute little skincare bits, all of that cute stuff. And now we come to decoration. So I actually have these tea lights. They've also got some confetti balloons and some normal foil balloons, banners, doorway hanging, all of that good stuff. They also had this cute little chalkboard, which I thought would be cute if you wanted to like have a little menu going. Now we are into TKMaxx. They had loads of plates and some cute little decoration bits, an absolute ton of napkins for all different types of aesthetics. There was honestly so many napkins, it was slightly overwhelming, so if that's your thing, definitely get down to TKMaxx. They had just cute pink ones, some red ones, ones that were inspired by the sweet love hearts, all of them type of designs. I didn't pick any up, but I'll definitely probably be going back just to have a little look. They have some tall ones as well, so if you don't like the square ones or the shaped ones, they also have some quite nice tall ones. Let me know if any of you have plans for Valentine's Day, if you decorate and do table settings as such, because if so, TKMaxx is definitely the place to go. And obviously, as we all know, sooner rather than later, because all of this stuff will sell out. So candles, there wasn't a lot of Valentine's candles. We had the viral candlesticks, as you'll see here. They were all really cute. I do regret not picking up those red ones right there, so hopefully maybe they'll be there when I'm back. But if you've been on TikTok, you know that these are all very viral. Then we just had a quick little breeze over of all the baking dishes. I absolutely loved these ones right here. And again, the pink one's really cute. Lots of pastels in at the moment, so if that's your vibe, definitely get down there. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm a Rae Dunn collector, so every time I see Rae Dunn, I will let you know. Plenty of notebooks for the new year going ahead, lots of Cath Kidston. Again, with the pastel vibes, we've got some cute pastel towels. Another one I regret not picking up, and if it's there again, I certainly will be. And then we just have a few more candlesticks. Some are kind of Valentine's vibes, some aren't, so definitely have a good rummage around your store. Cute frames, things like that. And now we're on to some paper plates that they had, which, again, very cute. If you don't want to do washing up on Valentine's Day, I don't blame you. And then they had quite a selection of gift bags, you know, bottle gift bags, smaller gift bags. So definitely get down there for all of your kind of stationery needs, because they definitely had quite a bit. The one thing I didn't really see was Valentine's cards, so maybe I was a bit early for that, but tons and tons of gift bags for all really good prices. And of course they had some wrapping paper, not a lot, but they had some. So if that's more of your vibe, then definitely get down there. And obviously all of the gift bags and such. They also had some nice boxes. On the bottom shelf, as you can see, they actually had Valentine's Day ones. So if you wanted to get like a really nice bottle of drink, definitely invest in some of these. They can also be used for storage for like bath bombs afterwards as well. And then the only brand I really found was Sanctuary Hill Spa, which they had loads of. So if that's what your partner's into, definitely get down there. And then this is just another shot of the candle section. Again, not too much in terms of kind of Valentine's scents. They have pink ones, but yeah, not the biggest selection. I definitely was disappointed because that was one thing I was wanting to get. So as you can see, Poundland did start having some stuff. It was annoying that the first Poundland I went to had absolutely nothing. The shelves were empty, which kind of suggests to me that they were potentially putting kind of spring stuff out. You know, they have their gardening events, stuff like that. I don't think they were doing Valentine's. And again, when I went to the second store, which actually had the Valentine's Day stuff out, it definitely wasn't their full collection. And next to that section was a whole empty section. But again, I think that was probably mainly for their like gardening, outdoorsy stuff. So I would definitely go back in a few weeks just to see if we get a bit more. I didn't pick anything up from Poundland, unfortunately. They didn't have the things that I was looking for specifically. And I didn't need any of the stuff they had in there. So I will definitely go back because there are things on my list that I want to get. They just unfortunately didn't have them when I went in. So similarly for TKMaxx, I had some things in my mind that I wanted. Obviously, there's been quite a few TikTok videos. I have one up on my channel, my TikTok channel. I'll link that below if you want to come give it a like and a follow. They didn't have as much as I would have liked. I was definitely after candles because I don't have many candles for this time of year. I have more summery scents, and I kind of wanted some sweet scents for kind of around Valentine's Day, moving on into Easter time. So I'll definitely be going back there, as said previously, because I am after some candles. I'm always after candles. I don't have enough space for candles, but I'm always after them. But I did manage to pick up two things from TKMaxx. One of them Valentine's, one of them completely unrelated. But yeah, they didn't have the biggest amount. There was no kind of pillows. There was no mugs, which I was quite surprised about. They had a few of the viral kind of candlestick holders that you've seen on TikTok, and they had the candlesticks themselves. When it came to tea towels and aprons, things like that, they didn't really have a lot. And in fact, the only Valentine's things that I found were these, which is what I picked up. I'll try and bring them up closer so you can see. So it's the brand KitchenAid. They were $6.99. And they're just little red cupcakes of some pink and red icing, little love heart. It's a pack of 2, which I thought was really good. And the KitchenAid brand is quite a good brand. They're not thin, they're quite nice thick tea towels. But these were the only Valentine's tea towels, apron, nothing in that section apart from these. And these were the only ones as well. It wasn't like there was 3 or 4 of these on the shelf. These were literally the only ones on the shelving. So I don't know if it's because it's been ransacked or if just they haven't really had a lot in. It is quite a small TKMaxx. It's not actually a HomeSense, it's just a TKMaxx. So I'm not sure if that's why. They do tend to get things later than the bigger stores. But again, I'll definitely be keeping an eye out for it. This was the first thing. This is the only Valentine's Day thing I brought so far. And the other thing, I mainly brought for my husband Elliot, but he said he didn't want it, which is fine because I said to him, if you're not going to use it, I will use it. And it is one of these. No, it is not a Stanley. It is a dupe. I'll say a dupe. It's from the brand Hydra Peak, and it's coming across yellow, but it is like a minty green colour in real life. So I picked this up because I would like to give it a try and see if it's as highly rated as a Stanley. I don't really have the budget for a Stanley right now. I don't have £50 to go spend on one. And they sell out so quick anyway. Whenever I look, all the colours that I would like are never in stock. So I'm going to give that a try, see if it's as good. If it's just not working and it's not as good, then I'll definitely save up and invest in a Stanley. But I just thought at work this would be really good for me to encourage, one, having my iced coffee in the morning, because if anyone doesn't know, I get the bus and it takes about an hour and a half. So if I make something in a normal tumbler, by the time I get to work, the ice is melted and we don't have the facilities at work for me to make an iced coffee. So I'm hoping this will allow me to have my iced coffee in the morning on my way to work and also then I can just rinse it out at work and have it with water. So that's the plan, hopefully to get me more hydrated. But yeah, that is all I got. Not a lot. I know it's not as big a haul as other people, but again, I'm very much in the mindset recently of we've just gone through having a massive clear out of the house, and I only want things that I'm actually going to use and that we actually have space for, and a lot of stuff I saw in TKMaxx didn't have either of those reasonings, so those were the only two things that I bought. But I will be keeping an eye on the shops and doing another one of these. Probably, I say not next Sunday, but maybe the Sunday after, we will have another video up of a come shop with me, and fingers crossed there will be more stuff in store. But thank you so much for watching. As always, like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye guys.